run is going to be Danejerus again. He's going to be doing all classic levels 100%. And go ahead and take it away, Dane.
There we go. Hello again. I feel like I haven't seen y'all in forever. How's it going? How's everyone doing?
It's been so long.
It's been forever. Just one off for mild correction. It's actually not all classic levels 100%. There isn't 100% category for this because nothing's tracked in this. So we just call it all classic levels. Because there's not really bad. Oh, it's just perfectly fine. But yeah, this was added last second to the schedule because David, one of our Doom VFR runners, unfortunately wasn't able to get some stuff forked out on his side. So our hearts go out to you, David. Hopefully for the next marathon we can see Doom VFR, because if you haven't seen that run, it's pretty gnarly. So
VFR is awesome.
It's a great run. yeah. Meta's turned that run inside out. So instead, we're gonna feature a totally different run. So we take the old OG Doom, Ultimate Doom, Doom 2 classic levels and put them in the Doom 2016 engine with all the current enemies and all the current weapons and all that. And we speedrun all of them back to back to back to back. It's a really fun run, and I wish people did not underestimate this run so much, because I actually really like this run a lot. So we're going to go ahead, and I'm just going to count you down. We start time right on Hanger, because, like, right when I start Hanger, because starting it on the load screen is too much of a hassle. So we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. Record for this is sub 9 seconds on Unity ports. What do you got, Dane?
Not 9 seconds. Whoops, I jumped there by mistake.
You're not strafe running.
It's not a thing in this game, actually.
Yeah, so unfortunately we don't have access to anything like SR40 or SR50 in the what is it? IdTech 6, I believe. Doom 2016 is on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so same maps, same enemy types. Different engines, so we'll have we won't have access to certain tricks, and we will have access to some extras.
My audio is borked.
When you play classic Doom and you have jump, it just changes.
Oh, it breaks everything. Jump is unfair in classic Doom.
I have very old videos of speedrunning Brutal Doom, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah, but it's a lot of fun. Those Doom mods that have jump. Doom. Oh man.
Like I'm just saying, like, Brutal Doom inspired by Doom. There's parts of 2016 that felt inspired by Brutal Doom, like Glory Killing. Just saying.
Not a bad way of looking at it, actually.
Fun fact, by the way, there's a really difficult strat in Toxin Refinery.
Toxin Refinery, yeah.
Toxin Refinery lets you go from the start of the level to the end of the level with a paperclip, because that's in this engine, but it's kind of difficult.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult to do, and so we split this run into 2 categories. I'm running the legacy version, which doesn't allow that stuff, but there is an any % version. Nobody's routed it yet, so if you are a brave soul, come.
Yeah, I think there's like 2 or 3 levels right now that have paperclips in them, and it's quite hilarious to see classic levels broken apart by a new engine tech.
Sir. Oh
are they at all related to the like the old school void glides?
Paperclipping is similar, I suppose.
Kinda.
You kind of shove your face into a wall, and then you're on the other side of it. I think the execution of it is a little different, but there's also an extra step to it. So for Toxin Refinery specifically, you do a paperclip, and then you drop out of bounds. You fall under the map, and then in Doom 2016, the way that the jumps work is when you touch the collision of the floor, it resets your jump. Doesn't need to be your feet, though. It can be your head. So you shove your head through the floor, and you get infinite jumps, and it lets you get to the end of the level. It's hilarious.
Why? There we go.
See, right off the bat, I'm wondering, because old school, there's that kind of jump you can do straight to the yellow key, and I'm like, I think I might have to try running this.
It's super short. It's easy to learn. and it's fun to run.
Yeah,
So,
this
yes,
this is
everyone
one of my
runs.
favorite runs, actually. Like, out of all of the runs I know, this is up there at, like, near the top of my list. It's a really fun run. And there's no reason why it should. You're literally just running to the exit for every level, but it's really fun to do. And so if you want to pick up Doom and you're not sure which category to do, start with this one. It's a really nice entryway. And I don't normally recommend Doom 2016 as like a first speed run for people. Like, if you want to start speedrunning, I usually say don't start with this game. Start with something that's a little bit more entry level and kind of work your way up. What was that?
Because everything's normally so hard in Doom 2016.
Yeah.
Every category is.
Every
like, super
category is
difficult.
either
This one's
requires
not that difficult.
Yeah, every category either requires ridiculous amounts of technical knowledge, or you have to be able to adapt like on the fly. And this one requires really neither. There's no technical knowledge required. It's just, can you draw a straight line? If you can draw a straight line, you can do a run of this. And so if you want to start, it's on our category extension leaderboard. Meta and I are the only two with runs up there right now.
Yeah, let me grab a link to that, actually.
Oop.
Oh, and then we skip straight to E1M8 because it was pretty much the levels in order of episode 1 before we got here.
Was it? Oh yeah, it was, wasn't it? I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
That's right. All right, so this is the first combat we're going to see in the level. They only give you 5 rockets, so I have to dump all 5 into this Baron and hope that all 5 hit. And then the chain gun. Oh, really?
I mean, to be fair, it's not canon because in classic Doom there was no.
I have no ammo.
Do you have to use the pistol?
Oh, I have shotgun ammo. Well, I have a feeling this is not going to be a PB anymore. But yeah, my PB it's not perfectly optimized, but it's pretty close to optimized. So doing PB attempts of this has become a real grind fest. This level is also a bit of a run killer. But there is one really fun thing that we can do in this one. So this is the one where you clip out of bounds. You grab Berserk, and that lets you... Berserk increases your movement speed. We didn't talk about this during the main game, but you actually move much faster with Berserk on, so it behooves you to go out of your way those extra 2 seconds because you save way more time than that doing by grabbing it, and then you can just run all the way down to this door pretty much uninterrupted. Then we have to... Okay, I did the inputs in the wrong order there, but doing them in the right order only maybe saves you 0.2 seconds. It's just one of those little tiny optimizations you have to get right if you want to get a PB after you get to like a sub-11 time. Oh, this guy being in the way. Okay, so I really wish I had audio because it's borked for some reason. I don't know why. It's not usually, but I guess we just deloaded so many things in the main game that...
You done broke it.
We done broke it a bit.
Are you happy?
So Meta actually found this. You could draw a straight line to the exit. I was going around the long way for a while, and he found that you can just cut right through that line. So thank you for that, Meta.
You're welcome. I have eyes.
Yeah. So this is the part that will kill the run. These pinkies have to cooperate, and they did. The door is not opening. There it is. That was really weird. But the door opened. We got it. And you want to actually leave enemies alive as much as you can. Because at some point you hit monster cap, and if you hit monster cap, there are supposed to be pinkies in there. They're not there because there's too many enemies loaded into the level, and as long as those other enemies in other places in the level are loaded in, then other enemies don't spawn in, and that's nice. So Tower of Babel is a boss fight. I have no idea where I am because I have no audio feedback. Okay, we're good. This is the right one.
I always entered the wrong one there, too. Definitely done that before.
Oh, I missed one. So you want to actually strafe to the right as you fire the rockets because that opens up his hitbox the most. If you're strafing to the left, you'll actually hit like a weird angle on his hitbox, and you won't do quite as much damage to him. So you notice I'm like just kind of waving back and forth as I do this. I'm getting come on, I'm the wrong buttons here. I'm getting a little bit off in some spots, but once you have chain gun out, it doesn't really matter. Like every other weapon is. And sometimes this happens where his AI just breaks and he just stares at you.
I believe that can happen in the main game as well. I don't know why it happens. He just kind of gives up.
Just sort of is like,
He's just like, you know what?
fine,
Whatever,
just
it's a
shoot me in the
small battle."
face.
He just straight up DCs, dude.
E3M2.
Oops, I had the wrong weapon. I meant to have shotgun out, and I had pistol. I didn't even notice I had the wrong weapon out because I was looking ahead.
These levels
Although-
really aged well. I love the texturing on them. They still look great.
If you look at the overhead view of this map, it looks like a giant hand.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's spooky.
Oh,
Ah.
I totally forgot about those guys. It's been a little while since I've actually run this, so I forgot about those lost souls for a second.
By the way, those mantles on like raising and lowering platforms, those can clip you out of bounds.
And
Not
Meta has
ideal.
on accident.
Yep, I have. It killed a run of mine
by,
one time
by
because I
mistake.
mantled. Yep. I just mantled as it was like coming down, and then I clipped through it and fell to my death.
It was really funny.
So that can happen.
So you actually want to wait like a quarter of a second before you start jumping because you'll miss the jump if you don't wait. And a quarter of a second gives you just barely enough height on that elevator to grab the ledge. So it's one of those like it's one of those mistakes you make early on and you figure out pretty quickly, oh, I actually need to wait here for just like the tiniest fragment of a second. And just do that to make
So
sure they stay
fun.
out of the way.
So fun fact from the chat, interrupting one of the cyber demons animations will cause his AI to break in the main game. So probably same thing here.
Probably that. So
The more you know.
this is House of Pain. This is the run killer of the level, or of the run. It is horrible, terrible, awful, and it's the part coming up right here that is so terrible about this. Let's see if I can actually... Okay, so I'm going to soften those pinkies up a bit to start. That was weird. He doesn't usually do that there. So I want to soften those pinkies up a bit so they can be taken out a little bit more easily in the event that they're not dead, just like that. And it's one of the few places where you actually want to encourage killing the demons so that you don't... ooh, he's not usually there. That's unfortunate.
I think you got like a damage boost.
Okay,
from
we're
that.
good. Yeah, it was a little tiny one. Hell Knight bonked me over. Okay, so we've hit monster
Strats,
cap,
question
so
mark?
we should be able to get through the rest of this without any issue. I think I hit the right ones? Yeah, I did. So we grabbed all the skull keys. Now it's just a matter of running to the exit. The collision in that door specifically is super, super, super weird. And you have to go in at a 90-degree angle or you will not get in. It's very odd. And we're almost done with the run, actually. Again, very, very short run. Very beginner-friendly. We're on to entryway.
Yes,
This one
darn
is easily the
The
shortest.
Doom 2 levels.
This is the Doom 2 levels. This is easily the shortest one of all of them.
I think this one's like 6 seconds on the unit.
Something like that. And then we
No,
go...
I know it's not a one-to-one comparison, but
So in the main game, you'd have to go up there, but you could just kind of walk through this. And
Nice!
this point right there, it's... yeah, it's just... By the way, shout-outs to Meta for finding that one. He was like, you know, you could just walk through that little gap there. I was like, no, you can't. And he did it on stream. I was like, oops. Well, I got a massively free PB because that saves like a minute. And then
I think you did this
And-
faster than the Unity ports.
time.
Look at that.
Sweet. What was the time on that? I'm curious. Because we got
That
body
was
blocked
a-
in some spots.
That was a 12:16.
Not bad. My PB is a 10:55, so that's actually not too not too shabby. If
I
I'm
mean, when
to
was
be
the last
serious.
time you
sounds
ran
great.
this?
My last PB in this was September of last year, so coming up on a year now. I
There you
gotta
go.
break
That's-
this one
that's
out
pretty
and
good.
do PB runs again because my sum of best is like a 10:44, so a 10:50. I see you, 10:50. I see you. I might be coming for you soon. Just snap you. But anyways, so that is classic level speed run. Again, hopefully David can come back and do Doom VFR for the next marathon that we do, whenever that is, because I would really love to see that in a marathon. Thank you again to Mr. Meta Live here and Mr. ThatGuyBlain. Go follow them on Twitch if you know what's good for you. And this is not the last you will hear of me. I will be back tomorrow, but I'll be in the hosting chair for that set of runs. So I will see you all then. Again, thank you all so much for your donations. It really goes toward a great cause. We don't see a dime of that money. It all goes straight to the AFSP. So please get your donations in if you are considering. We will greatly appreciate it. And I will see you all tomorrow. Take care. Enjoy the rest of the marathon.